Okay, welcome back. Episode 16. We're getting through a few now. So today, in the episode, we are going to try and do a little bit of iron mining because we're going to need more iron. We're going to get the meads continually processing. We're going to go and check the turnips. They should be, yep, there we go. I was about to say they're about to pop and be ready. So we will be able to make that spice rack now, which means we can now make sausages and a few other bits and pieces. The muck shake, I think, as well. So they're going to be some important foods for us to be running. I want to go and do a big explore in the Black Forest. Probably the one that is on the other side of this island that we're on. We haven't really spent any time over there just yet, but I can see that it's over there. Because we have been near the edge of it once before. We're just going to plant these turnips out again just to get the seeds, but we want to make sure that we leave the 3 that we need for the spice rack. So that should be 2 more. Okay, 3 left. We need them for the spice rack. We'll leave the cultivator in this box. Have to unequip it. Just pressing all the buttons. So yeah, that's essentially the plan. A little bit of wandering in the Black Forest. We might do a couple of crypts if we come across them. And yeah, we'll towards the end of the episode we'll farm some iron, start getting a bit of an iron production going again. So let's have a look at the ingredients we need for this spice rack. Carrots. There's some over here. Let's grab that one. Okay, so we just want to hang this up here somewhere. Can't really hang that anywhere. No, I don't want to put it just there. We might do some building and build a little bit of a chimney. Can we link this here anywhere? No. Okay. What about out here? Can we get any snap points? We can put these here. And then we might be able to use them as snap points to be able to put like a cross member, like a beam across. No. There we go. We just need something to give us a snap point. Maybe that top one's getting in the way. Yeah, there we go. Ugh. No. We need to get rid of that top one, I think. Yeah. It's weird, I've never really noticed that before. We're going to need some more wood. Oh, and that's like causing the smoke to be like really bad. We can't get that wood up there. Nope. Oh, come on, get out of there. Okay, we put that that beam across there and it's like holding the smoke in, so we're going to have to build a bit of a chimney up there, which will hopefully improve that. Let's see if we can get up on the roof. We'll just break this out and we'll try and raise it up. We might do these ones as well. That one. And then that way we can just create this. Put one there. Get a half wall on top of that. And then can we get some walls on top of that over there? And just try and make this into a chimney. We just need to put the roofs over it again now, so the rain doesn't put it out. Okay, let's see how that's looking down there now. That's clearing some of that smoke out. That's a little bit better. We might have to get rid of those other walls up there at some stage, but it's probably alright for now. Let's see if we can attach this. Yeah, we can just hang that from there, and that's gonna work with the cauldron. There we go. Cauldron upgrade. Sausages, muck shake. I can't... yeah, I don't know what... I don't think I said muck shake, did I? I said something else. Maybe it was one of the ones that you get later on in the game. Yeah, okay. I'm just checking to see if I'm like getting smoke damage when I go into the fires. We'll just top these up a little bit. Okay, looking good. Sausages. You get 4 for every one that you craft as well, which is awesome. We need the meat and the entrails. We've got plenty of them at this stage. We'll just make a whole bunch of these because we're going to be eating these for quite a while. They're not going to go to waste. Now we're going to be able to run sausages, deer stew and carrot soup. It's going to give us more health. I think it's like 10 better, maybe even 15 better than the bear meat we've been running. And the computer's like really struggling. Might have to reset things in a sec, but I'll just get this finished. But yeah, my computer is struggling. I'll just chuck these away. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna reset my computer quickly, and we'll just come back straight here again. There we go, we're back. I think that's better now. my GPU was being a little so-and-so. For some reason it was running like at a really high percentage. I find sometimes when I turn my computer on, it just doesn't run properly, and I need to restart my computer and then start it back up again, and then it just seems to be running normal. I think sometimes it happens around when updates have occurred. I don't know, I don't understand computers enough to know what's going on there, but I know if I find that it's not running as well as what it should, I just restart my computer again, and then when I come back it just seems to be working properly again. Can get really annoying sometimes. Be nice if it just worked. But anyway, we are going to get organised. We'll probably sleep the night because it's getting pretty late in the day, and then we will go for a big roam in the Black Forest. I think we'll make a portal before we go too, so we can take like a travel portal with us. We are going to make some of the muck shake. We probably won't run them right now, but I want them, like say for the bone mass fight, so we just have a good amount of stamina. That's probably our best stamina food at the moment. Okay, and we are going to need to get strawberries too. Oh, sorry, raspberries. I always call them strawberries. We got plenty of blueberries, but we have very few raspberries, sorry. Just sleep. I'm not cutting anything out again. This episode I did cut a little bit when I went in and out of my computer, and then I did get a phone call at some stage where I was standing still, and I did cut out that section. You might not even pick up where that is, but I did just sit AFK in my base for quite a while when that happened. But apart from that, I've just left all of the gameplay in. So we're just going to grab stuff for a portal. We need the eyes, 20 of them, and then 4 cores, and that's going to give us enough for 2 portals, so we can chuck another one. Actually, we'll chuck it here in base, because it can be a travel one. We'll call it travel. And then this can be one that we just use as we're kicking about the world and we don't want to be running to and from portals so much. We can just have one on us and just chuck it down when we want to go home. Okay, so I want to head really fast south, so let's just run in that direction. We want to get boar meat, we want to get raspberries. We don't really care about neck. We probably could get some of them because we do still need them for the poison resistance. In saying that though, we probably have enough poison resistance. Oh, that neck wanted us to get him, so be it. I hate when that happens. You're like running and then all of a sudden you're just stuck on a little rock or something. I hate when you're in a fight and you're trying to run away and you get stuck on a rock and then get hit. We'll probably grab mushrooms too if we see any. Oh, excuse me. Oh, some raspberries. There's a good patch here. Shouldn't be too hard for us to grab quite a few raspberries. We're going to need that for the health meads as well. I think they use quite a few raspberries. We have made a few of them already though. I think we made 2. Maybe we made 4, can't remember. I think we made 4 actually. Some pigs. We need their meat for making our sausages. And we're just going to keep on running south basically until we hit the Black Forest. And then we're going to explore the Black Forest, and we'll just, on our way to the Black Forest, we'll just grab as many raspberries, mushrooms and boars as we can, I guess. Maybe a bit of wood too, because we'll need a workbench. We didn't take any wood with us, apart from the fine wood for the portal, but it doesn't help us with workbenches. Some mushrooms here. Not going to waste our time with those guys. We do not need any resin. We have like 3 boxes back at home. Or 2 boxes. This is kind of along the lines that we flew in on. When I look at the map, you'll be able to see there's kind of like a straight line that comes out of nowhere. That's where we spawned in and flew in on the Valkyrie. I think it's a Valkyrie that you fly in on. I don't know. I know you fight them later on. They can be a little bit annoying. They're not too bad, but you're normally not fighting them on their own. You're normally having to fight everything else in the whole world at the same time. Yeah, we're getting a good amount of raspberries, which is really good. Another boar. We keep on needing the leather scraps throughout the game as well, so that's good to have. Oh, seen a mushroom there somewhere? I'm sure I seen a mushroom. Yeah, there we go. So this is what you're looking for early game to get core wood from if you want to rush the fine wood bow. If you can find them, you can demolish them with a workbench and they'll give you core wood. And then you just need to either roll trees into birch trees till they break apart, which give you the fine wood, or you can kite a troll to the birch trees and have the troll hit the birch trees. I do have a video where I show that. Like it's called like fighting Black Forest creatures. I haven't really like done a lot in it, but I do have a few examples of me fighting bears and trolls and a few tips and tricks just for beginners though. Like if you're a seasoned Valheim player, like you're not going to get anything from it, but someone new to the game, there's a few things in there that might make it a little bit easier for them understand those enemies a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, you've basically seen everything in this playthrough if you've been watching through these episodes. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here, so I'm just going to slap a workbench down and a portal. Take this guy out before he has a chance to poison me. But yeah, I'm going to slap a workbench and a portal down here, and then that way I can just pick up all of this stuff and not let it go to waste. Take it home. Still need all the resources I can get. But this is the benefit of carrying a portal like this on you. Yeah, and I'm just gonna, because I'm wanting to like be a little bit quick with things, I'm not going to be putting everything away. I'm just going to use these boxes I've got here just to really quickly just dump everything and then go again. I can organise things later. Okay, so now I can go and pick up all of this stuff. Just like a lot of wood and stone, and obviously the eyes, which we always need plenty of. Portals, and we got a whole bunch more in there, which is good. We'll take this back again, drop it all off, and then we can head. I did see we got a shaman trophy then as well. I don't think we have a shaman trophy yet. So I'll just see what I can put there. Chuck the rest here. I'm going to put that shaman trophy away in the box. We need the brute trophy now in the Black Forest. We don't have that one. If we find a spawner, we might farm the spawner for a little bit to just get some brutes and see if we can get a brute trophy. The other Black Forest trophy that we don't have is the what's that? The poison dealing skeleton that you find in the chamber, the burial chambers. Rancid remains. That trophy is actually really hard because you don't get rancid remains in every single burial chambers. I think it's the only place that you can get them. Unless, I think there's one of the events, I think the rancid remains can spawn in the events. We haven't seen any of those events at this stage yet though. So basically it's probably just going to be burial chambers. And then they've got like 10% drop rate, maybe. I don't think they're 5, I think they're 10. So we're gonna have to do potentially quite a number of burial chambers just looking to find them and kill them till we can get one of their trophies. That is, of course, if we're trying to be like completionist and we do want to try and get all the trophies. But here's a burial chambers. We'll just run this quickly. Get a few more cores as well, which are always and then obviously getting some treasure and stuff. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to want to continue to buy from the traders. We'll just keep on following the left wall. These burial chambers are no sweat for us now. Just going through the motions of running the whole thing and getting every little bit of it. Getting everything that's valuable out of it and then getting out of there. We'll keep on grabbing the mushrooms too, because I think our stamina meads, we use quite a few of them for them. Okay, that chambers is done. We'll just mark it off. Skeleton. Jump on his head. Bow guy. You can see we're running that trinket at the moment, so you can see the adrenaline activate when I get into any fights. We're not having to fight anything of any significance at this stage to get it to the point where it activates. But I think the one we're running, it gives us a boost of stamina. If we're able to get our adrenaline up to 60. Okay, another burial chambers. There's a spawner just up there. Might as well go and check this out as well quickly. I don't even know if we've even come across a rancid remains yet in all the burial chambers we've done. Maybe one? I know we've seen heaps of ghosts. The ghosts are really good because we get the ectoplasm or whatever it was called that we just picked up. That helps us make the twig, which is a little like twig dude that we can fight and we can practice our skills on. We're definitely going to be doing a little bit of that, especially at the moment because we're running swords, and we're probably going to run swords for a while. We want to get our sword skill up. It's just going to really help. I think if I get the skill up, it's going to reduce the amount of stamina that I use with each swing of the sword. It's also going to increase the damage that I'm doing when using the sword. And then I think sometimes it can have an impact on like how fast you're able to attack. I know when you get your bow skill up, the speed that you can draw your bow massively increases. It becomes really OP. Like if you have a really high bow, you can almost like tap fire your bow. Which yeah, is very, very powerful. But yeah, we're probably going to be fighting a lot of the bosses coming up with our sword. Or not necessarily this sword, but a sword. So we're going to want to train our sword and get it right up, probably around 70 at least. So that we are able to attack as frequently as possible. And do as much damage as possible when we are attacking. And it makes a really big difference to your ability to fight. yeah, it is a very important aspect of the game, especially as you progress. Spawner, take that out. Especially as you progress later into the game. But yeah, at this stage, because we kind of are running this sword, we're definitely going to fight Bone Mass with a mace. But we'll probably fight Moda with a sword. And then we'll more than likely fight Yagluf with a sword as well. We should have the silver sword by then for the Yagluf fight. We can get some spirit damage on him. The Queen, have absolutely no idea what we're going to use on the Queen, but it might be that that sword as well. Probably the Mistwalker though by then, if we're still running swords. Yeah, I'd be interested to fight the Queen on normal. I have fought the Queen on normal a couple of times. Can't really remember the fight very well. It was a long time ago. And the more recent times that I fought the Queen, I fought her on very hard, and it was insane. It's like, yeah, with the recent playthrough, having killed all of the bosses right through to Fader, the Queen fight was by far the hardest. It was so insane. Like, I don't know whether it was because we just weren't prepared for the fight well enough, or I don't know what it was, but it was such an insanely hard fight. Like, I feel like the Fader fight was substantially easier. Like, I would even go as far to say as Fader was easier than Yagluf to fight. Because Yagluf was really tough fight also. But yeah, I'm not sure whether that's gonna be the same on normal. Yeah, you just can't, like, from memory, when I fought Yagluf on normal, you could tank a lot of his attacks. Like, you could just tank stuff, but when you're fighting him on very hard, you just can't. Like, yeah, it's just so easy for you to die. Like, and some of the attacks that he has, if you get hit by anything, no matter how well you're prepared, you're dead. And then the Queen the same. I mean, if you're not cheesing it, like, I think people are able to cheese the Queen by just trying to, like, hit it with a sledgehammer through the wall and then just take out the Seekers and stuff as you need to. But if you're actually in the arena with her and, like, properly fighting her and then having to deal with Seekers and everything else that she spawns while you're fighting her, yeah, it's just such a relentless fight. It just drags on what feels like forever. So, but we'll see how we go. We're going there. We're going to be doing all these things, and we'll find out. It scares me thinking about it, though. Okay, we will sleep, and we will go back, and we'll just keep on exploring. Day 49. Almost at half a century. Yeah, I mean, we're at the stage where we could basically fight Bone Mass right now. But I'm just not in a hurry to do that. Let's grab our portal and workbench again. We'll keep on heading south. Fighting bone mass as well. I think one of the mountains. So every single time you fight a boss, you trigger the raid of the next biome. So when I fight the first boss, I trigger the Black Forest creature raids. When I fight the Elder, the second boss, I trigger the raids to be the swamp one. And when I fight Bone Mass and defeat Bone Mass, I trigger the You're Being Hunted raid, and it is the most annoying raid known to man. Like, you basically, you don't have to be at home, like all the other raids require you to be at your base. But that raid can happen no matter where you are, and you just get hunted by wolves. And you just have to be able to fend off just a ridiculous number of wolves. Let's fight this bear. Well, I always... That's my hardest attack of theirs now to block. Is the bite attack. They don't project it very well. That one as well, I can often miss time. I think I'm often early with that attack. Oh, we got a troll as well. Yeah, why not? A bear attack, a bear fight straight into a troll fight. Sure. Oh yeah, and let's just have some Black Forest creatures come in and join in as well. This is one big party. Get out of here. Okay. Well, 30 seconds ago I didn't expect I'd be fighting a troll and a bear. And throw a couple of Black Forest creatures in the mix at the same time. But we took care of them pretty well, which is good. Pretty happy with those fights. Missed a few of the parries on the bear. Haven't fought one for a little while now, so my timing was a little bit off. I think if my timing's off with the bear especially, more often than not, I go for the parry too early. And that's how I miss timing it. I'm not late, I'm early. I'll just dump all this stuff again, and then we'll go in and do this burial chambers. Let's see if we can find a rancid remains in here. Kill that. That would be nice. Getting one of those trophies. I'll just kind of run through this as quickly as possible. Face tank everything we come across in these at the moment. No need to fluff about in any of these fights now, just attack. Sometimes it's the right move in Valheim. I see some people playing Valheim and they are too cautious in the fights and they make the fights more risky. If they were a little bit more aggressive, they could actually like make their fights easier. In saying that, you do need to understand how squishy you are, and you need to understand what you can handle as far as the level of your weapons and not getting over your head. But if you've got the right level gear and the right level weapons, sometimes attack as your best defense. You can get yourself into real trouble if you slow play things too much. You can really easily, in some circumstances, just get completely overrun because you're not killing enemies quickly enough, and then you end up dying anyway. There's definitely a time to be cautious, and there's a time to just attack. I probably err on the side of being too aggressive and maybe jumping into fights that I have no business being in. I remember on my last playthrough, I'm very hard. I'm like obviously progressing through the game, and I'm just saying to my brother, and like, I haven't fought these guys before, but the only way to find out if I'm strong enough to fight them is to just jump in and fight it. And he's like, don't, please don't. And then next minute I'm like, I'm dead. He's like, you really need to learn your lesson. Yeah, it just takes a bit to adjust to playing on very hard. Well, there's another one done, so we'll mark that off. This is going to be a pretty long video today too, because I'm wanting to get some iron farming towards the end. I'm not going to be messing about in there too much as well. I'm just going to go in there pretty quickly and just farm as much as I can as quickly as possible. And I probably won't get a whole burial chambers done, but I'll do a good portion of it just so we've got some iron again, because we've pretty much run out. See, look at all those cores I got. 3 burial chambers on 2 times. We obviously have the swamp surtling spawners to farm cores as well. But we might as well be doing these burial chambers while we can. Just in case we end up getting that rancid remains trophy. And the spawner. I might farm this spawner actually, because it's right next to that building just there. I can probably set up a portal in that building, and then I can just use this spawner as a farm. In the beginning, we need to get that brute trophy. But in the end, we're just gonna need like eyes and stone and wood. I'm just trying to, like, when the creatures spawn, to just kite them away from it so they don't hit it and break it, which they can do. They can actually break their own spawner eventually. Just drag them away, and I don't want to accidentally hit it as well. And it's only like 3 hits from me and it's dead. Just take those ones on the outside away. I have set up a farm recently on our last prey. Oh, here's our first brute. Come over here, buddy. Okay, do we get a trophy? Nope, no trophy. Yeah, I set up a farm just for farming eyes because we were running out of eyes, and then obviously getting the wood and the stone was really handy as well. Let's chuck workbench here, and we'll chuck portal on the other side if we get left alone for a second. Throw that down. Okay, you're going to go away. I'll type this in quickly. Just a sec, buddy. Come on, let's go. Yeah, and I dug a pit underneath it, and then put like hearths underneath it. So I set that one up, and it worked really, really well for a good amount of time. Like, I got an absolute insane amount of... Here's another brute. Come on, buddy. Oh, 2-tap that one. Did we get one? Nope. An insane amount of resources. It worked really well. And then all of a sudden, it just stopped spawning things. And oh, there's another one. Did we get one for this one? No. Yeah, and I don't know why it stopped working. Like, I don't know if it was something that I built near there, or I thought it was only the number of enemies around in the area that could stop them from spawning. Like, once you got 3, I think it is, grey dwarfs in the immediate area of the spawner won't spawn anymore. But it just stopped, and I kind of built this whole farm there, and it was just useless after a little while. We'll take that shaman out before he has a chance to poison us. We can pretty much immediately stagger him now, which is good. 1 star. But you can see I'm not spending that much time here, and I'm getting on 2 times resources. I'm getting an insane amount of another 1 star. Come on, buddy, come away from that thing. Insane amount of resources. So I might be able to just leave this portal here, and just when I need... Oh, another brute. What's this, our 4th one? We get one from here. Oh, there's something else there on the ground. Is that it? Yes. Give it. There we go. Grey Dwarf Brute Trophy. Okay, so... it's the Rancid Remains trophy now that we need. I think we've got all the others. Oh, obviously, except for the Elder again. I guess we'll have to go... If we're going to get all the trophies, we're going to have to go and fight all the bosses a second time. And get a second trophy to put on a wall. And then have the ones on the spawn stones as well. Just chuck all of this here. Might as well throw a little bit of this stuff away. The eyes to start off with. 1.5 stacks of eyes. Just gonna build a door and just a few things around that portal just to protect it a little bit, but we'll leave that there. There we go, that'll do. Yeah, see, we stagger those shaman on our first hit, so as long as we can get the hit in before they get their attack in. Okay. That looks like it's almost the bottom of the island that we're at now. We'll mark that portal. Seriously? One of the most annoying creatures in the game, the Grey Dwarf. So it does keep going. We're probably not going to go too much further though. We are wanting to check these as well, because another thing that I would like to get is all the wooden tools. I don't even know what they all are. I just know I've been finding them. I haven't really got any in this playthrough just yet. I might have one maybe. I'm guessing they're just like there's a different one or two in each biome. And wherever you get chest spawns, you have an opportunity of getting them in there. Another spawner up here somewhere, or the same spawner. It's probably the same spawner actually, we're pretty close to it. You hear the little ringing of it. Yeah, learning the sounds in the game Valheim, I think is really important. Like paying attention to not just visual things, but paying attention to sounds. It becomes very helpful, especially if you know what the sounds are when you hear them. Like the little sniffle that the bear makes, and the sound that a skeleton makes when you aggro him. You hear the little rattle of the skeleton when you're near them. Obviously, like deer and boar make a subtle little sound if you're near them. Stagger that guy. It's almost night time. We're not too worried about being in the Black Forest at night. Actually, we're not really worried at all, but just more annoying than anything. Is there a box here? Yep. No, no go. Another spawner here. Oh, this is our spawner. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Let's head home. So we've got a good amount of resources now in the Black Forest. We've got that portal near the spawner now, which will be handy if we need things. We can go and spend a bit of time there. Start putting this stuff away. We got another shaman trophy. Some more eyes, feathers. When we start making a lot of arrows, we'll go through those feathers very quickly. We'll just start putting all this stuff away now. It's handy having those boxes there. Originally I wasn't planning on leaving them there, but I think I might do that. It's just really nice when you're trying to get something done and you're jumping in and out of portals, not to have to be like sorting your inventory into the correct location every single time. You can just jump through the portal, drop everything, jump back in the portal again and keep on going, and then just sort everything else out later. Okay, that one's done, that one. Oh. feathers. And a whole bunch of that. Okay, that's everything now. I'll just put this last bit of stuff away. Poison resistance meads are ready. We can chuck the health ones, the other health ones in. So we've got a good amount of poison resistance meads and health meads now. We just need to make some stamina meads. We haven't made any medium stamina meads yet. But I am thinking to make the medium stamina meads, we're going to have to go into the plains if we want them. We haven't seen any plains yet. It is possible if we're able to find the plains for us to duck in there quickly and grab some of the berries. They're like a white berry that are in the plains, and you need them for the medium stamina meads. We're gonna make a twiggy. Need some bronze nails. We'll do a little bit of sword training. Start slowly getting our sword skill up. So we do have the punishment for death set to normal, so we do lose levels when we die, but so far we've only died once, so we haven't really lost anything of significance. So we can basically, this is Twiggy. He'll attack us. There's about 4 different attacks that he does. We can train our block, our dodge roll, and we can just sit and attack him. And he counts as an enemy. We can get a parry on him, so we can practice our timing of our parries. And because he has a whole range of attacks, it's actually pretty good. Like, see, I was too early then, but I timed that one well. And that one. You've got a parry, get crit attacks, another parry, another one. Okay, I've activated my my little anklet thing. So that gave us some extra stamina. It's the first time I activated that thing. I didn't even activate it when I was fighting that troll. I remember that bear fight and the troll fight. I'm just thinking now, like all that fighting that I did there, and I didn't activate that anklet. I must have been pretty close. I'll have to go back and look at that. I'm about to activate it again now. No. So yeah, so if we can have a look, our sword's 30. You can see the levels of everything. So we're pretty low still on everything. We're getting there though. Our bows are really low. But our swords is something we really want to get up. We'll eat a bunch of stamina food and go out and do another session. See, I was too early. Got one then. You can tell when you time the dodge roll, you get those little sparkles that come out of you. If you don't get the sparkles. So you get a little bit of adrenaline from blocking, dodge rolling, and attacking. And dodge rolling you actually get a lot. It's like 5, I think. Blocking's like 2, and attacking's like 1 or 2. You can see these dodge rolls, how quickly it goes up.